Welcome to Subramani. This is again a podcast for financial advisors and the implications of longevity. I think that is my biggest point which I address in every IFA meet, whether I do it online or offline. I've not done for a very long time. The question is, how are you addressing longevity as an IFA or as an MFD? We can't just keep ignoring it. So there is enough data coming from the US saying that if you are alive in 2000, any kid born after 1980, which means a millennial, very likely that the kid is going to live till the age of 100. So if you have a client who is born after 1980, you have to start preparing for the longevity of 100, and that I think is a bigger epidemic or a pandemic we have than even COVID. We are not paying enough attention to it, and that is even more worrisome. In so many years, 7th, 8th year of Narendra Modi, not once has he addressed this problem, and that is a big worry, because the government is not even aware of this problem, or the government is not doing enough at a visible stage. Given our country and given the amount of poverty which we have, yes, we will eliminate some of the poverty, but to expect that the government will be able to do something sensible for you at your age of 90 because you have not provided enough for retirement is a pipe dream. Don't even think. You have to make a provision for that. Apart from this, there are some other challenges, like till what age will you work? If you work till say 55, which means you're going to provide for 45 years of inactivity in your life from a money earning point of view. So not enough portfolios will be able to stretch for 45 years, because you're talking of maybe 25-30 years of work life, and 45 years to draw from that, including paying for your children's education, marriage, whatever you want to, providing for all that, your vacations and all that, and then making that money last for another 45 years. That is a challenge number one. The other challenge is when you go, I went on a trek and I found that all the kids were doing jobs which I had not heard of maybe 3 years ago. So somebody was heading digital marketing, somebody was working in a SEO company, somebody was working in cyber security. You never heard. People my age, there'd be one person in a group of 30 who was heading cyber security in a place. Here was a group of 20 people, and 4 people were working in cyber security. So all these things are mushrooming, which means the jobs which you knew will go away. For example, the teller in a bank might just disappear. It might be somebody who is also doubling up as a teller, because they would keep pushing people towards the ATM and saying, please get it done in the ATM, please download your statement. If you still want a printed passbook, you please come put your passbook in the printing machine and take it. This is already happening. Apart from this, you might also go for some payment through some app rather than go through a bank. So banking could be challenged. So a lot of your clients could find that their jobs are eliminated when they are 50-55. Then there is not enough time to retool yourself for a new career. So if a career shift happens for you when you're 38, you have to be very lucky. Instead of cribbing, you should be very happy, because it's like, is this a career which can last another 20-22 years? That is something which you have to keep reviewing very often. So typically, I don't see why accounting jobs, audit jobs and taxation jobs should be taken over by AI. That is bound to happen. But mergers and acquisition will take a lot of you will take a lot of help with with AI, but you will still be using a lot of your own intellectual power. So see which kind of jobs will disappear. Prepare yourself from a health point of view also, because 45 years with sickness and with hospitalization and all that is not such a great life. So invest in your own fitness, and IFAs have to invest in their own fitness and also have to look at clients and see whether enough provision is being made for fitness and later on for nursing. So this is very important. Another important thing is more and more documentation of investments makes sense, and more involving the full family, husband, wife, children is very important, because Alzheimer's is striking pretty young. In the last 45 days I've heard of 3 people, believe me, 3 people below the age of 70 who were hit by some form of dementia or some form of Alzheimer's, and that is not a great news, because you have to prepare yourself mentally and physically, and caregiving by the spouse. So if the wife is hit by dementia, then the husband has to look after the wife, and that is going to be more difficult because he is obviously 5 years older, assuming on an average. So 80-year-old looking after a 75-year-old dementia patient is not a great idea. So you need to look for where can they go and live, what kind of assisted living they need to do. When I'm saying you have to do, it means you have to at least tell the client that, look, these are the expenses that you have to provide for. If you go and buy a space in a senior citizen home, it may be irrevocable. So maybe you go and live there on rent, and then you like it, then you sell off your Bombay house or Delhi house or Chennai house and go and buy there, right? So these kind of thing is going to happen. So longevity is not without its curses. Of course, once upon a time when in India, the age at which people died was 28. Life expectancy in 1947 was 28. It is 72 now. So we have moved, we have come a long way, right? We've come 45 years, we have made that move. Over the next 30 years, it is only going to go up. I'm not saying 72 will go to 122, but even if 72 starts going up to 80, the average, it means the average age is increasing, and therefore the average is going up. So people are living longer. So being careful for all this is going to be important, and so longevity, Alzheimer's, making sure that there's a job available maybe till your age of 70. 70 may be the new retirement age, right? So like they say, 70 is the new 60. So you may be working till your 70s or at least 65, 66. So check out all this, learn about all this, and sit with your clients and make them understand. There are websites on health. Do all that. Maybe join a gym, whatever. It's never too late or never too early to join a gym. Maybe you're 55, you've never done anything in your life so far. No problem. Just go get a good trainer, start doing physical activities. It's very useful, especially for women. Increasing bone strength is very important. So do all these things, take care, and longevity is something that all of us have to worry about. We are not taking it enough seriously, and if you have to worry about dementia and Alzheimer's, remember, writing down your investments is a very, very important thing. Because someday, if you're incapacitated, your wife and your chartered accountant who files your IT return have to get together, sit, put together all the data, and then be able to. Of course, there is something called AIS, there is 26AS, all that is there, but they may still need some inputs from you, which you may not be able to give it if you're hit by dementia, and which is severe, then it's more difficult to handle. So proper documentation, all this. So what, like I said, we are going to live long, and that is a pandemic, epidemic, whatever you want to call it. It sounds very good on paper, but there will be a lot of challenges on the health, wealth, and on the mental state for preparing oneself for living that long. So all this have to go together. So as an MFD, you have a role to play. Thank you.